The hometown tradition continues through us. WZZM 1490 Haverhill Lawrence. Costa Eagle Broadcasting for New England. Proud to serve our listeners and sponsors. Thank you for listening.
Well, it's Columbus Day. Yes, it is. But we have the Taste of the Merrimack Valley, as we do every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And joining me on the telephone, looking forward, your book is unbelievable. Patty, good morning.
Good morning, Bruce. Thanks for having me.
Well, Patty Elsberry, did I say your last name correctly?
You did.
Well, I was looking through your book over the weekend here. Recipes for Everyday Use, Simply Vanilla. Now, tell us how this all came about, would you?
Sure. Well, Eric and I started Arizona Vanilla Company.
Uh-huh.
And we decided to come up with a way to tell people the wonders of vanilla. Reason why, not only for flavor, but also vanilla has other properties. Like, it can be used for, upset stomach or to cut the acidity in the tomato, as you can see in some of my recipes.
I guess this line's a little better now, Patty.
Yes.
All right. Now, I understand that we were talking a story, I asked you how this all came about. You were born in, Central America?
I was born in Honduras, Central America, and I came to the United States in 2001.
Uh-huh.
And back in Honduras, I used to be a project manager for manufacturing companies, but I've always loved to cook.
Yeah. And in the book itself, what a wonderful lineup. I mean, you never realize different recipes with vanilla. Now, you started your own company. When did you start your own company?
Arizona Vanilla started on May 2005, last year.
Uh-huh.
And it started when, again, I love to cook. And Eric was coming out of 4 months of unemployment. And we decided to go to the grocery store and find some vanilla to cook with. To our surprise, we found 2 rattle beans for $14, which we couldn't afford.
Yeah.
So we decided that there had to be another way to cook with vanilla. So we decided to go online and try to grow plants, a plant in our home. But when we found out that, what it takes to grow a vanilla plant, which would be like about 4 to 5 years, that idea died really quickly. And then we decided to find a supplier, and then we found one with really good quality and affordable prices. So we decided to collect some money and then buy half a kilo. And then I decided to call all of my friends and ask them to, if they were interested, and they did. And when they paid for it, we had enough money to pay for the whole kilo, and half of it was free. So we decided that there was something to it that we could do.
Yeah, so the name of the company, it's the Arizona Vanilla Company.
Yes, sir.
My goodness me. And then you met a chef by the name of Matt Bolus. Is that his name, Matt?
Yes.
Matt Bolus. In fact, he chatted with me last, gave me a call on he's getting married, I understand.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, and he said he's sorry he couldn't be with us, but I said maybe another time we can have him on with you, Wait, well, how did you meet Matt?
Well, Matt is one of our customers.
Yep.
And he was sitting in a beach somewhere on vacation, and he gave us a call and said, hey, guys, I've been thinking about writing a book with vanilla recipes, which, we cannot find. We have vanilla in a bunch of books with desserts and stuff, but there isn't a book that talks about vanilla in different, in favorite dishes and stuff. There are some, but people might not know very much about them. It's not very common.
It's true. Like you say, no people don't realize in juices and drinks and in salads and soups.
You're right.
It goes on and on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And then when he said, I've been thinking about writing a book. What do you guys think? So Eric said, my husband,
Yep.
Good that you mentioned that, because we are in the middle of it.
Is that right?
Our book was already half done. Would you like to join us? He goes, great.
Now, that wouldn't happen in 100 years, but that was so nice that you got together. I'm looking through the book right now. a vanilla cream cheese spread. That sounds interesting, doesn't it?
It is.
And
Yeah, that's perfect for bagels and, soft French toast. Yeah, that's very good.
Boy, I tell you, and there's also a whole section here on carrots, vanilla baby carrots with raisins. May I say, Patty, these pictures you have in the book are really outstanding.
Thank you.
You always want to, you look at a book like this, and I always say it, you want to eat the pages, Now, do you do a lot of cooking yourself?
I do.
Yeah?
Yes,
And
I
you-
do, definitely.
and
Yes, go ahead.
You enjoy it?
Yeah, we do. We actually were laughing with Eris the other day that it's hard to keep up with the diet.
Oh, forget about it. You don't need a diet.
Our next book actually is I'm calling it Healthy Vanilla, and I'm trying to do more a lot healthier recipes than this one. This Simply Vanilla book is pretty much to teach people the different uses of vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
If you see, for example, let me give you the page reference.
Go ahead.
In 110.
Page
110, when we
Page 110. I'm turning it to it right now. 110. Okay, here we are. We're in 110 right now.
Yeah, the vanilla dry rub pork chop.
Oh, what a picture that is. I want to tell you, Patty. Whoa, only takes you 20 minutes to do this, huh?
Yeah, it's fairly easy. You prepare your dry rub,
Yep.
and then just go ahead and grill it.
And who would ever think that you put vanilla when you're talking about the pork chops?
Let me tell you why.
Yeah.
If you see the rest of the ingredients, we're talking about spices.
Yes.
We see in Food Network, that we use molasses, brown sugar, cinnamon, and nobody uses vanilla.
Nobody uses vanilla.
Exactly. The reason why I came out with this is because vanilla just complements all of those flavors.
Yeah.
So that's what happens. A lot of my recipes over here is that you're not going to taste the vanilla.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is vanilla enhances the natural flavors. For example, in the raisins.
Raisins?
A lot of vegetables, they have their own natural sugar in it. And a lot of fruit and vegetables also have the vanillin molecule in them.
Okay.
So what happens with when you put vanilla extract in it, this vanilla, what it does is just enhances those natural flavors, like in those raisins. You will not taste the vanilla in it,
Mm-hmm.
but they will be just sweeter.
Mm-hmm. When you put this book together, by the way, it's 15 minutes after 10. You're on WCCM, the hometown station here on the Taste of the Merrimack Valley. A very special guest with us this morning, recipes for everyday use. Simply Vanilla. Patty Elsberry is with us. When you put this together, who decided how many recipes would be put into the book?
Actually, the publisher did.
Okay. In other words, there had to be they had to be cuts, and they had to make cuts from time to time. Did you have a say in the final selection of some of the recipes in here?
Definitely, we did. Matt
Okay.
and I did. Yes.
Yeah. What's your favorite in the book? I'll put you on the spot, Patty. What's your favorite here? Use of vanilla.
Oh, Bruce. That's hard to tell.
Yeah.
I like my tomato salad.
Oh, as you say, I just turned to that page 79.
Yeah.
Tomato salad with white balsamic vinaigrette.
Yes, exactly. And I like also my pork chops.
The pork chops, which you mentioned earlier there, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, the pork chops with mango sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, I like those fruity flavors in my food.
That's very, very nice. I'm turning the page where you have elbow pasta. You even have pasta in this book, too.
You bet.
Yeah, you're going to have pasta. I love pasta. And again, the picture here, you have the elbow pasta, the sliced onion, your chopped garlic, vanilla extract, 1 teaspoon, cherry tomatoes for garnish, and it is a beautiful recipe.
Thank you.
Let's turn to some of the drinks you have inside of your book here. Juices and drinks on page 27, I do believe. I want to turn to page 27. Juices and drinks. Refreshing way to enjoy that wonderful aroma and taste of vanilla.
Yep.
Turning the page, we have strawberry lemonade.
In fact, in page 27, you can still see the picture in there. You can see the vanilla specks on top.
Look at that. Would you? And the banana there, too?
Yes.
Listen, how can somebody get your book, by the way?
How? They can log into our website, and they would have a special price by next year, hopefully spring.
Okay.
Our book will be in the bookstores, but it's going to be a lot, not a lot, but a little bit more expensive.
A little bit more. What's your website? How can they punch up there?
www.Arizona, one word, ArizonaVanilla.com.
Okay, that's easy enough. ArizonaVanilla.com.
You know, just think about sunny Arizona and the beautiful vanilla flavor. Combine them together, and there you go. ArizonaVanilla.com.
How's the weather there?
Oh, you know, we're still in our top 90s here, so it's
Lucky you.
beautiful. You know, now you see the reason why a lot of shakes. You
Yeah,
know,
a lot
there's
of
a lot of
shakes.
shakes in my book.
You have another one here, my kid's favorite milkshake, too.
Yes. Okay, I need to clarify something. You will not find ice cream in my shake.
Not at all.
Reason why is this is a homemade shake that we make down in Central America.
I see.
So, I usually make this shake, and it's, all of my kids love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a very, very simple, quick, you know, you have all of the ingredients at home shake. You know, just put everything in a blender, throw the ice, and there you go.
That's it. You have 4 cups of milk. Let me give this my kid's favorite milkshake, okay?
Sure.
4 cups of milk, 3 tablespoons of vanilla sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 7 ice cubes. That's
Or
all.
more. The more ice cubes you use, the more frappe look you get.
Then you pour the milk, the sugar, the extract, cinnamon into a blender, secure the lid, and turn on high, and that's it. And your blender is
There you
going to...
go, baby.
It's going to be... that sounds so... That's easy, isn't it?
It is. I mean, my kids make it themselves.
No,
And there is another thing, Bruce, that I would like to mention.
Sure.
Most people are afraid to use vanilla
Why?
for 2 reasons.
First one.
The first one, there is a big difference between pure vanilla extract and vanilla flavoring.
Could you explain that a little bit?
Sure. The reason why, pure vanilla extract per FDA rules, you gotta have 3 to 4 ingredients only.
Okay.
One is the vanilla beans. No vanilla beans extracted, vanilla beans.
Yep.
And then alcohol, and then water and sugar.
Uh-huh.
Okay, for FDA, we cannot make vanilla extract without alcohol, because, you know, that's what we use to extract
All right.
the flavor. And then we melt that down to 35% with the syrup. Some people use caramel, some people use corn syrup, but many people are also allergic to corn syrup, so we prefer to use a sugar syrup. Okay? And that's it.
Yeah.
So what happens when you taste it is the best way to taste pure vanilla is you have for a glass of 4 ounces.
4 ounces?
And then, you know, half of that glass, you put half to 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, and then you kind of swirl it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Just like you do with the wine.
Uh-huh.
And then you slowly, you know, swallow it, and you will taste it, and it would just be that pleasant flavor. When you use flavoring, you're going to have, and you go through the same process, you're going to have a bitter aftertaste.
You sound like a scientist, too.
Well, we've done it, trust me.
You have
We've
to
got
be,
a
right?
lot of samples here.
Boy, oh boy, I'll tell you, so much to it, isn't there?
It is. So what I have found in my recipes, if you can go flip through my recipes, you can see a combination, like, for example, ground vanilla with extract.
Okay.
The ground vanilla is nothing else than the pure vanilla bean that has been finely grinded.
Uh-huh.
And it has absolutely nothing else in that. And then, so it gives texture, it gives flavor, it gives aroma, and it gives presentation to your dishes. So what happens is it can work by itself, but I have found that if we combine the ground vanilla with the vanilla extract, it just adds another layer of flavor.
Uh-huh.
And that's what you will have, a lot of, you know, combinations of those in my recipe.
There's another recipe here, about jam. You make jam here, too,
You bet.
with tomatoes.
Jam tomatoes. Let me see. What page are we on?
We're page 63. See, are you prepared or what? I want to tell you. You're very prepared this time of the morning, you know?
Actually, this one is one of Matt Chef Bolu's
Okay.
recipes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I wouldn't doubt it, you know, and I can almost bet that the reason why he put vanilla in this jam was to cut the acidity of the tomato, and
Yeah.
that's why he combined sugar and vanilla.
I get you.
That's how I use vanilla in the in tomato paste.
Uh-huh.
Instead of adding sugar,
You put vanilla.
I put vanilla.
That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of sense there. How's business been with the Arizona Vanilla Company?
You know, Bruce, it's been, I mean, we're growing very fast.
In such a short period of time, I'll say you've grown, yeah.
Yes. We have, since day one, we have not, lose money and it's growing every day, every month, you know?
Yeah.
It's great. Our main concern when we opened Arizona Vanilla was to let people know that they can enjoy the wonderful flavors of vanilla at affordable price.
That makes sense, doesn't it, huh?
I mean, we started like as customers.
Yeah, sure.
So, and you know, I told you, you know, we could not afford $13-14 for two beans that even rattle. You know, a fresh bean would not rattle. You know.
Yeah.
We define freshness by, you know, you should be able to tie the bean or wrap it around your finger. If it doesn't do that, it's not fresh.
Yeah. You have, Eric is your husband, you have, what, 5 children?
We do, and 2.5 grandchildren.
My 2.5. Any of your children involved in your business too? They like to eat, of course, I know that.
Yeah. Actually, the 2 little ones that are at home.
Yeah.
Mario's the one who folds the, you know, we have a flyer that we put in our orders, you know, to tell people.
Yep.
It's amazing we have a lot of people buying, and then they say, okay, now that I have these beans, what do I do with them?
Yeah.
And then so we put together a flyer with instructions on how to cut it and, you know, give them some ideas of what to do, how to make extract, etc. So Mario, my 10-year-old, is the one who's in charge.
He's in charge of the folding.
Yeah, that's his job.
That's wonderful. Keep him busy, right? I love you. Dedicated the book to your husband and your children, also to your parents. Tell me about your parents.
My parents are divorced.
Yeah.
And they both live in Honduras.
Yeah.
But I do remember, you know, unfortunately I'm about to lose my dad. He's very sick right now.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
And but you know, Bruce, this time it's been a very special time when I feel grateful that at least, you know, that the Lord has allowed me to have him around for this many years.
Well, the inner strength you say in your book here, the kindness, the honesty, and that's nice to hear you talk about your father that way. Seriously, it's yes. So nice. It's nice that you, and he's happy because you're in business, isn't he?
My dad supports me 100%.
Yeah.
In anything I would ask him to do, and one of the reasons is because he trusts me.
That's the bottom line. Trust is a good word, isn't it?
It is.
Is Grandma's sugar-free banana bread over here. There's corn and coconut vanilla fritters. I mean, you have something for everybody in this book.
We try to make it kids friendly.
Yeah.
And also, you know, as you can see, I don't have alcohol in there.
No.
And no spice, because we try to make it children's friendly as well. I mean, if people want to put jalapeno in one of my sauces or alcohol in one of my desserts or in one of my sauces, it's not going to hurt my feelings. You know, go ahead.
We say good luck, right?
Yeah, I mean, and tell me how it turned out.
That's right.
Beautiful.
Listen, can you hold on a second?
Sure.
Can you spend a few more minutes with us?
Sure.
Let me take a break and we'll come back, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear. Recipes for everyday use, Simply Vanilla. Patty Elsberry is with us this morning on the Taste of the Merrimack Valley here on WCCM. We shall return. Joining me on the telephone this morning, of course, we're very happy to have the author, I can say co-author, can't I, Patty?
Sure.
Recipes for, sure, I like the way you say that. That's very nice. Recipes for everyday use, Simply Vanilla. And you say you're working on a second book now?
Yeah, I'm calling it Healthy Vanilla.
Okay.
I'm trying to work with a lot healthier recipes. Of course, you know, if you see my Simply Vanilla book, you can always substitute sugar with Splenda, you know, or sugar substitutes. But in Healthy Vanilla, I'm using Splenda directly. So when you interview me for Healthy Vanilla, I'm going to tell you, hey, you can always use sugar, you know.
That's right.
So, and I'm trying to use instead of white flour, I'm trying to use wheat flour, barley, and all these kinds of, you know, we're switching into healthier foods, you know, throughout America, and, you know.
Well, really,
so that's my approach.
Well, that's a wonderful approach, I want to tell you. How about if we switch and talk a couple of minutes about what you call the main course? This is on page 89 that you have vanilla red curry, which is wonderful, it looks like here. Salmon, you even have fish, too.
You know, vanilla goes really well with seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can see, I can't remember which page it is, but I have a seafood soup.
Seafood soup. Let me see under the soups over here. We look up soup, page 64 and 61.
I think.
Oh, my goodness.
That seafood soup, I mean, you can find, you know, all kinds of seafood over there, and all there is just some vanilla extract in it to enhance the coconut flavor and the seafood too. In my healthy vanilla book, I have like crab cakes with a pineapple salsa.
Yeah,
that I use vanilla with.
You even have a section for pizza too.
You bet. Yeah, because of the spinach.
Yes. I'll tell you.
Vanilla goes well with mushrooms as well.
Goes good. From what I can see in this book, it goes good with anything, really.
Yeah, depends on how to use it. I wouldn't use vanilla with roasted potatoes, but I would use it with sweet potatoes and yam.
As we wind down here, let's talk. One of my favorites, of course, would be a dessert. And you have a whole section of desserts here.
Gotta have sugar, huh, Bruce?
Oh, my goodness me. You're going to bounce off the wall here. Wow. Although you have sugar-free, crumbly peanut butter cookies.
Yes. The reason why I have some is because I decided two reasons. One is I decided to give an introduction to healthy vanilla here, even though I don't say it. But, again, we try to approach this book to as many needs as we could.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, there are some people that they cannot eat sugar, and one of them is my mother-in-law.
They can't eat, not at all.
Yeah, my mother-in-law is diabetic.
Uh-huh.
So we decided to, in fact, she was the one who gave me that crummy peanut butter recipe.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we also have some sugar-free banana bread over there. That is her recipe with wheat flour, or you can use white flour as well.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we decided to, you know, give variety.
Oh, you got a heck of a variety here, I want to tell you. Very, very nice. Well, let me flip over to 132 here. What's on page 132? And you too, friends, can order this book by, again, tell us how we get the book now. Come on.
www.Arizona, spelled out, ArizonaVanilla.com.
And it's a banana cream pie. Wow. And you have Brazilian fried bananas, too.
Yes, that's actually, this recipe, I got it, Eric and I went to a Brazilian restaurant, and I love them.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't tell me how they made them, but, you know, just tried it. So we tried it several times until we came up with the recipe.
You come up with the right one, right?
Yeah. I said, yeah, this is the taste we had.
Now, do you have a special, when these recipes were put in the book, do you have some people who tested your recipes and reviewed them, not only with you, but also with Matt, too, or what?
It was pretty much Matt and I, you know, and of course some of my family members. We gave trials, and they said, yeah, this one works, this one needs a little bit more, or, you know, we heard a lot of feedback from our family members and of course Matt.
Sure.
So, yeah, we had a lot of opinions.
So it worked out well, didn't it?
It did. Especially, you know, the sweet tamales.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those went out really fast, let me tell you.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen, Penny, I want to thank you so much for being part of us. Have you ever been to Massachusetts and New England at all?
We haven't.
Yeah?
Yet.
Well, it's a nice part of the country.
Okay.
And we all like to eat this part of the country, too. I like your cover of the book. What a beautiful picture, the pictures you have on the front of your book here, I must say.
Actually, this is a Mexican vanilla blossom.
I see, yeah.
From our partners in Mexico.
Uh-huh.
So that's what we use for the cover. I know some people do not have, switching gears over here, do not have access to internet. They can always call us, Bruce. I can give you
give us a number they can call.
Phone number.
Yep.
It's Our office number is 480
480
396
396.
4552.
Oh, you're sitting in your office right now, aren't you?
We are rocking and rolling here, babe.
1-480-396-4552, and they'll actually call. They can say hello to you, can't they?
Sure.
I see another one here. You had rice pudding, which I kind of like too. Cream cheese brownies. I mean, it goes on and on. This is wonderful, really. Listen, any final words from you today, Patty? Nice in the back of the book here. You are the owner of Arizona Vanilla Company, minority woman-owned dynamic online retailer and distributor of high-end specialty seasonings. That's you. Boy, that sounds official, doesn't it?
Yes.
I didn't realize that Matt attended school in London.
He did.
He has degrees in both cuisine and pastry, currently lives in Charleston, South Carolina, and he's getting married tomorrow.
He is.
Do you think he's going to
Sorry, ladies.
Yeah, so you think he's going to be doing any cooking at his wedding? I don't think so.
Knowing Matt, it is very possible, let me tell you.
Well, listen, he sounded so excited that he was getting married, and he's going overseas, I guess, for a honeymoon. Lucky guy. You know. Listen, Patty, any final words again from you this morning?
Well, Bruce, just wanted to thank you. Thank America for all of the support that we've got from all of you, and I do appreciate your time and reading my book. Enjoy the recipes. They're all there for you with all of our love.
Well, you've been a delightful guest this morning. I'll tell you, much success to you and your husband and your 5 children.
Thank you.